So if I register as an informer, I can say that I'm just an addict?
OK, how do you support your habit?
Robbing.
Good boy. We'll take the first 10 ticks they offer us, plus a specimen charge for burglary.
What am I going to get for that?
Probation, drugs, rehabilitation classes, community service order, provided you give him some nice names.
Who?
Don't matter. Got any competition round your way?
Yeah.
So why not put them out of business?
I get on my gear off a guy they call Flymo.
Why do they call him that?
Because he always likes to cut the grass.
Wait, you're Junior. His dad's not the first black chief constable of Greater Manchester, is he?
No.
Then his car's got a faulty brake light. His dad's not Home Secretary or a senior official in Her Majesty's Inspectorate.
Not as far as I know.
So it's driving without due care and worn tyres. What does his dad do?
He's black, I think.
Then it's the Prevention of Terrorism Act. Conspiracy to cause explosions.
All right, what's the problem?
What's the problem? He's turning down my ticks, every bastard one of them. I'm up for my sergeants next month.
Stupidity. The one thing money can't buy.
That's your 215, which was your 345, and you forgot to get Mr. Clegg to sign his legal aid form, so I've signed it for you.
Oi, you know what you should like about ticks?
What's that?
You never know when you might need one.
Listen, if the worst thing I ever do in my career is reject a few ticks...
What career? You're a solicitor. You can't become no judge or QC, so you haven't got a career. You got a job. And you won't have one of those soon unless you shape up.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Me case, remember?
No, it's put back again while the CPS re-prepare the papers.
What?
You see what a few ticks get you? 5 hours waiting time, and plenty more where that came from.
So why do you have to take my fingerprints again?
Because you're going to get 50 quid an arrest, which you have to sign for with a false name and fingerprint, which has to match that one. Just to reassure the super there's nothing untoward or corrupt going on here. Isn't that right, soon-to-be promoted Detective Sergeant Simons?
Mr. Mahanjan, you have failed to control a dog in a public place. So the question before us now is whether that animal should be the subject of a destruction order. Miss Beckenham.
Thank you, Your Worships. The facts are simple. When 12-year-old Julie Pressman entered the Raleigh General Stores, the defendant's Alsatian dog attacked her and she suffered severe bites to her right thigh and underarm.
Your Worships, what happened was not a failure of responsibility on my client's part, but an unfortunate accident. His much-loved pet dog, Wolf, was about to go for a walk just after closing time, and instead of being kept locked behind the counter, Wolf was free roaming the shop. So when Miss Pressman burst into what my client now assumed was not a public place, the dog was naturally startled.
But the bench still needs some assurance that this animal won't attack again.
Madam, you can have it. My client pledges that the dog will be kept locked behind the counter at all times, even when the shop is closed.
Very well. £300 fine, £200 compensation, and £400 initial cost.
All rise.
Justified. Not a bad result, eh?
You joking me? That 900 quid with costs? I could get a new dog for 200.
I suppose you'd have been happier if they had killed the dog.
Can't do the time, don't do the crime.
You're as bad as Simons. You up for promotion too?
Don't get preachy with me. You lot like ticks just as much as the police do. You even want to give them to dogs.
What?
Oh, my client had to bite that girl because he was a deprived puppy who hadn't had his bonio. If that's not a tick, what is it?
Mitigation.
Ah, call it what you like. Your so-called mitigations are just as dodgy as Simon's ticks. You see, you don't mind lying in court, you just don't like it down the station.
Listen, I didn't become a lawyer to help the police make up things about my client.
Really? So why did you become a lawyer?
Oh, come on, Sarah.
No, I'm interested.
Well, I don't know. The usual reasons, I suppose.
What, to represent your client to the best of your abilities?
I want to make a difference.
Love it when men talk dirty.
Oh, I don't believe it. My 14-year-old has been rearrested.
Well, in your business, the customer is always wrong. Well, why else would they be talking to you?
Oh, what a weird with you. Our Shanty's back down the nick again.
You must be very proud.
Since you lot got him off with a caution, he thinks he's bloody untouchable. If he'd got 6 months suspended, I could have threatened him with something. But now he's never going to listen to a single word I say again.
So he still has some ambition.
And that's another thing. Just 'cause he's black, you think you can fob him off with a black chainee?
Your son got siblings?
3.
They all got black dads too?
I don't see it's none of your business, but as it happens, yeah.
So it's all right to shag them then, just as long as they don't represent you in court?
I'm going to report you. I'm going to report you for racism and sexism.
Well, I also think you're a fat old trout. So bung me down for fatism, ageism and fishism too.
Right.
What, then McKee?
Your mum refuses to come out as an appropriate adult. She thinks a night in the sun might do you some good.
So you was getting in socials then, right?
Yeah.
As for a bitch, yeah? A bitch with a nice panani me can look up and the bitch have to drive me home, you gets me? One with swatty bitch tits.
Is that your favourite word?
No. Favourite word is funny piss bullets, innit?
You ready for the shanty, Winstanley?
No, I'm still waiting on social services. Off the record, what are his chances of another caution?
With you representing him, ground zero.
Is this because I won't give you any ticks?
No, it's because you did give me some. You know your burglar that coughed to the jobs in Stockley?
They were genuine.
According to Stanton CID, you see, when I tried to put them through the IRB, it turns out Stanton have already written them off as theirs.
Well, someone's already fessed up to my guy's ticks.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. Have you any idea how dodgy that makes me look?
Case number 756, Ahmed Khan, charged with credit card fraud and conspiracy.
Yes, I see this case has been put back several times already, so I am anxious to make progress.
Your Worship, I'm afraid I'm going to have to pass this case on to another prosecutor, as the defendant is known to me.
Known in what way?
Unfortunately, he has provided a number of services for me in the past.
Very well. Held over until 10 o'clock tomorrow.
All rise.
I've been here since 8 o'clock.
Shut up. Services? What services?
He delivered me a pizza.
How many times?
Just the once, I think.
That's not known. You can't know someone just because he delivered you a pizza.
I can.
What else did he give you? Extra toppings, stuffed crust?
Or a bottle of Coke, maybe. Can't remember.
Then how come you remember he delivered you a pizza?
Because he's got a nice arse.
Did you shag him? You shagged him, didn't you? There's just 2 things I want to know from you. Which pizza company? And they still taking on delivery boys?
Yeah. You know what? I just want it sorted.
Mrs. Winstanley, this is Miss Skinner from Social Services.
We don't need a social worker now. And we don't need you neither.
What?
Sergeant here's sorting us out a new duty. Because I don't care who you are. Nobody speaks to me like that.
Like what? What did I say?
Not you, you bloody foul-mouthed fucking boss.
I'm sorry, why were you speaking to Mr. Dunbar anyway? Ashanti's my case, not his.
I wanted to tell him I weren't happy with the way you were dealing with it. But as soon as I opened my mouth, he went into one. He was like a bloody animal and he wants locking up. What do I have to tell you lot to get him done for racism and sexism?
Wait. You complained about me and Mr. Dunbar had a go at you. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying he's a bloody pig and he can piss off. And you can piss him piss off and all right?
Don't know what to say. It seems like I've dragged you down here for nothing. Sorry.
Excuse me. We need to search your case.
What? I'm going out. Why do you need to search my case when I'm going out?
Case, please. Howard, will you search him?
What? What is all this about?
Can't believe the police ain't gonna oppose bail.
Why should they? You cooperated, you're taking your ticks, you're giving them some nice names. Of course, everything's hunky-dory.
Yeah, my only problem now is I don't know whether to do this cognitive behaviour therapy or anger management course.
Well, you gotta leave the beak something to decide.
Yeah. Pissing hell, it's Flymo.
You Dunbar?
Not now, I'm busy.
I've got up here! Oh, no! Jesus! Somebody help me! Hey! Medic! Nurse! Please, sing! Somebody help me! What are you doing standing there? It's cut me ear off!
We're still going to need a statement from you.
What? Some kid walks past every copper and you want to know what he looks like. Well, I'll tell you what he looks like. He looks like he's going to get away with it. Because you can whistle for a statement. Because I need something on the side of my face to keep my specs up.
Look, your guy's not going to be much of an informant if his own brief won't even give us a statement.
What do I care? Fucking police. Couldn't catch a cold if you give them AIDS and pneumonia.
Maybe they're too busy sorting out the tick scrubs and write-offs.
When did you get off being the vicar in the woodpile? That could have been me out there. Not some scumbag druggie, but fucking me.
What do you say about me to Mrs. Winstanley?
I told her you were a useless tosser and the second worst junior this firm's ever had.
Then why is she so upset?
I don't know. Fat women get like that. She was probably hungry.
Yeah?
Yeah, dropping the sugar levels makes them very tetchy. Very tetchy indeed.
So who was the worst?
Worst what?
The worst junior this firm ever had.
None of your business, but I'll tell you this. He used to always think there was something more you can do too.
One juvenile bailed to his mum. Where's it, Sarge?
You know that burglar on remand?
Oh, those muppets at Stanton ain't still bitching about the ticks, are they?
No, but the Discipline and Complaints Department got to hear about it, and they're coming down to check on your clear-up rates. You can apply again in 6 months' time, Constable.
I win.
What happened to the rest of the balls?
They were taken into consideration.